page offers me a lighter, quieter stage. This is my soft focus for tonight, not too sharp and not too bright. Every calm and steady tone lets my thoughts be not alone. I can read or simply stare, knowing I am safe in there. I don't need to grab each story that goes by. I can let them drift across my inner sky, in the rhythm that is slow enough to feel. I can let my busy edges heal. This is my soft focus for tonight, not too sharp and not too bright. Every calm and steady tone lets my thoughts be not alone. I can read or simply stare, knowing I am safe in there. When the words begin to blur upon the line, I will take it as a sign that my mind has had enough and can soften from the tough. My shoulders carry more than they could hold. Every little worry, every story told. Now this gentle line of sound along my spine, as if I can let a softer posture shine. Let my shoulders grow a little softer now. I don't have to know the why or how. Every calm and tender note loosens up the tightened throat. I can slowly, gently be without all this gravity. Keep the world from falling down. I can put aside that heavy hidden crown. In this slow and every kind forgiving tone, I can feel I'm not alone. Let my shoulders grow a little softer now. Calm and tender note loosens up the tightened throat. I can slowly, gently be gravity. When the final echoes fade into the night, I will walk a little light, knowing I can always choose softer shoulders. I don't lose. My thoughts have been sprinting in circles all day, tripping over every what if in the way. Every quiet second turned into a race, as if stillness were a danger I can't face. But this slow and steady river made of tone offers me a different way to be alone, where my mind can gently wander and not defend, and the pressure to be better has an end. Every chord is like a bridge across my mind, leading to a shore that's softer, more kind. This is a place my thoughts can rest. They don't have to be the best. Every soft repeating line loosens what I call my mind. I don't need to pass a test. This is a place my thoughts can rest. Solve my future in one night. I can let tomorrow hold some of that weight. I can sit with just this moment in my hands, trusting that I don't need all the plans. In the spaces where the melody grows thin, I discover there is quiet deep within. Not an empty, scary void I have to fill, but a gentle field where time can just be still. Every note that slowly fades into the air shows me there is more than worry waiting there. This is a place my thoughts can rest. They don't have to be the best. Every soft repeating line loosens what I call my mind. I don't need to pass a test. This is a place my thoughts can rest. This is a place my thoughts can rest. They can stumble, they can jest. In this gentle flowing sound, they are not so tightly bound. I don't need to be obsessed. This is a place my thoughts can rest. music finally settles into night, I will carry just a bit of this soft light, knowing there is always somewhere I can be, where my thoughts can rest and still be me. The day was loud and heavy on my skin, voices, lights and deadlines pulling me within. Now the evening opens like a softer hand, asking me to loosen where I stand. This is my gentle evening song, where I don't have to be strong. Every slow and tender line wraps around this heart of mine. I can breathe and I can stay, let the day just drift away. I don't need to go back over every scene. I can let them fade like distant quiet screams, in the spaces where the sound is barely there. I can feel a deeper kind of care. This is my gentle evening song, where I don't have to be strong. Every slow and tender line wraps around this heart of mine. I can breathe and I can stay, let the day just drift away. When the night is fully taken up the sky, I won't need to ask it why. I will know this time was mine, gentle human by design. All day long I've been holding in the air, forgetting how to breathe when no one's there, answering to every voice but mine, rushing past the smallest inner sign. Now the evening folds its arms around the room, softly dimming all the edges of the gloom. There is nothing that I'm asked to do or be, just this moment that belongs to only me. Every note is like a hand on my chest, saying you can stop, you can rest. This is where I can finally exist. exhale, let the garden my body grow frail. In this slow and tender sea of sound, I can lay my endless worries down. I don't have to fix or prevail. This is where I can finally exhale. All this should have been too late inside my brain. Spin like tiny storms of quiet pain, but I don't have to chase them through the night. I can watch them soften in this light. Every gentle rise and fall beneath my skin shows me where a softer truth begins. That my worth is not the battles that I win, but the way I let the music sink within. Every chord is like a door open wide to a room where I don't have to hide. This is where I can finally exhale, let the garden my body grow frail. In this slow and tender sea of sound, I can lay my endless worries down. I don't have to fix or prevail. This is where I can finally exhale. If the fear creeps back and whispers you are not enough to stay, I will listen to it kindly, then I'll let it drift away. I will anchor to this rhythm, to the space between each tone, where I'm more than my decisions, more than what I've ever shown. This is where I can finally exhale, let the armor of the day grow pale. In this quiet, slowly healing ground, I can make a softer kind of sound. I don't need a story or a tale, just this place where I can finally exhale. When the music disappears into the air, I will still be breathing softer, lighter there, carrying this memory like a hidden trail back to where I learned to finally exhale. All day long I've been standing in the noise, pulled around by everybody else's voice. Now this slower hour opens like a door, showing me a quiet corner on the floor. This is my quiet corner for tonight, far away from all the fight. Every soft and gentle tone says I don't sit here alone. I can rest and I can be without fixing all of me. I don't have to shine or think of what to say. I can let the endless questions drift away. is where the melody is thin. I can feel my breathing settling. This is my quiet corner for tonight, far away from all the fight. Every soft and gentle tone says I don't sit here alone. I can rest, and I can be without fixing all of me. When the music slowly slips into the dark, I will keep this little spark, knowing there is always more than the noise I felt before.
Every notification pulled me out of me. Every little screen demanded I must see. I have lived the day in fragments, piece by piece, never giving my own mind a bit of peace. Now the door is closed, the lights are turning low, and this simple line of sound begins to flow. For the first time, there is nothing I must chase, only this small, quiet, breathing space. Every note is like a sign upon the wall. You don't have to answer when they call. There is nothing urgent in this room tonight, no one I must please or set to right. Every calm and gentle tone says I'm free to be alone. I can loosen all my doom. There is nothing urgent in this room. I don't need to check if I am falling behind. I can let that fear just drift outside my mind. In this soft and slowly rising, falling wave, I can feel a different kind of brave, the kind that doesn't push or shout or even win, but the kind that lets the quiet enter in. The courage to be present, not in flight, to be just a human in the night. Every chord is like a curtain gently drawn, telling all the tasks you can wait till dawn. There is nothing urgent in this room tonight, no one I must please or set to right. Every calm and gentle as I'm free to be alone, I can loosen all my doom. There is nothing urgent in this room. If tomorrow's list comes knocking on the door, I will tell it can wait a little more. For this hour I belong to only me, and that truth is also something I can be. There is nothing urgent in this room tonight, just this slow and honest light. Every soft and healing sound pulls my heartbeat to the ground. I can rest and not resume. There is nothing urgent in this room. When the final echoes fade into the air, I will know that I was truly fully there. Not to work or to perform or to consume, but to feel there's nothing urgent in this room.
Every thought today was shouting in my head. Every what if crowding out the things I said. Now this gentle stream of sound begins to rise, turning down the noise behind my eyes. Turn down the noise, leave it outside. I don't have to always hide. Every soft and quiet line helps me find what's really mine. In this slow and tender voice, I can finally have a choice. I don't need to fix the world before I sleep. I can let the promises and pressures keep. In this slow and every softening embrace, I can give my mind a little space. Turn down the noise, leave it outside. I don't have to always hide. Every place beyond the noise. I have worn my bravery like a second skin. Smiled through every crack and held it in, holding up the sky for everyone I love, afraid that if I stop it all falls from above. But the night does not demand that I stand tall. It just lays its quiet blankets over all. And this simple thread of sound inside the dark gives my tired chest a softer spark. Every tone is like a whisper in my ear. You are safe to bring your trembling here. I don't have to be strong here. I can let my weakness near. In this slow and gentle tide, I can stop the need to hide. I don't need to play along here. I can simply just belong here. All the times I swallowed tears to keep the peace. All the nights I begged my thoughts to simply cease. Live like shadows in the corners of this room, but they soften in this slowly moving tune. I can let my shoulders fall a little down. I can loosen all the weight that kept me bound. No one's asking me to carry what I can. No one needs a hero in this chant. Every note is like a hand upon my spine, telling me that being human is divine. I don't have to be strong here. I can let my weakness near. In this slow and gentle tide, I can stop the need to hide. I don't need to play along here. I can simply just belong here. If tomorrow I must stand again and fight, I will meet it with a bit more gentle light, knowing there is always somewhere I can fall, where my softness isn't wrong at all. I don't have to be strong here. I can let my whole self clear. Every quiet healing sound keeps my feet on softer ground. I don't have to prove I'm fine here. I am free to simply lie here. When the last vibration slips away from me, I will hold this truth like quiet company. everything depends on me. Every minute feels so I don't feel or see. My body always one step past its gentle pace. My mind a constant runner in a race. But tonight this humble river made of sound touches every place my Russian has been found. Like a hand upon the brakes inside my chest, it reminds me I can choose a different rest. Every note that lingers longer than before whispers you don't have to hurry anymore. I am allowed to slow down here. Let my heart become back near. Every soft and tender line tells my bones they're not behind. I don't need to match the time. I am allowed to slow down. I don't need to turn stillness into test. I can sit without a question, without masks. I can watch the way my breathing starts to change. When I stop demanding, I must rearrange. In the spaces where the melody pulls back, I can feel how much of pressure I still lack. And the parts of me that always felt too slow finally have a place they're free to show. Every chord that spreads like color through the night stains my habits with a softer shade of light. I am allowed to slow down here. Let my heart become back near. Every soft and tender line tells my bones they're not behind. I don't need to match the time. I am allowed to slow down. If tomorrow tries to drag me into speed, I will listen, but I'll also hear this need to remember I am more than how I move, more than what I rush to prove. I am allowed to slow down here without guilt or hidden fear. Every gentle flowing sound keeps my feet on gentler ground. I don't need a golden crown. I am allowed to slow down. When the last vibration leaves the silent air, I will walk a little softer, more aware, carrying this truth like music in my bone. I can slow down and still be fully grown. I've been telling myself later I will rest. When do we do this shrinks and I have done my best. Now this simple, steady rhythm in the dark whispers that I don't need It is safe to rest right now, even if I don't know how. Every slow and tender sound lays my worries on the ground. I don't need a perfect test. I am simply safe to rest. I don't have to fix the day before I sleep. I can let the promises and deadlines keep. In the pauses where the notes begin to fade, I can feel my tension slowly laid. It is safe to rest right now, even if I don't know how. Every slow and tender sound lays my worries on the ground. I don't need a perfect test. I am simply safe to rest. When the silence fills the room instead, I will lie back in my bed, carrying this gentle truth inside. I am safe enough to hide. I am safe enough to hide.